Sorry, my voice is a little bit cracked, but notwithstanding, let's get it going. All right, again, you are welcome to this morning edition of the WealthSecrets MasterMind class. Folks, for wherever you're connecting from, I want you to know that this is one of African leading mastermind mentorship class. And we are grateful and thankful for the effect of this class and the impact of this class in the lives of many people all across the world, especially here in Africa. You know, it's been over a year that we've been having this program running. And, you know, the testimonials of people, the feedback of people, the life change people have experienced is what has got us going. And we are super grateful and thankful to God. We run it every single day. And can you imagine the momentum, the kind of teachings that comes from this class every day? Can you imagine those that have put it to use in their daily lives, family, businesses, and the impact of this amazing class in their life? We can only say it is these testimonials that has kept us going and pushing further. So again, we are going live into our today's teaching as we're about to wrap up the weekly teaching series titled Think Differently and Change Your Life Reloaded. Today will be the part 3 of the Think Differently, Change Your Life Reloaded, and it's going to be the concluding part of our teaching series. Remember, we got started from Tuesday, as Monday is a public holiday, and we started this teaching series on Tuesday, and we begin by saying, when you change your thinking, you know, you change your belief. Your belief is what will help to navigate you into your greater altitude in life. So the first thing you want to identify with is for you to know that I'm going to have to change my thinking, notwithstanding, I'm going to have to make sure that my thinking is straight, and I'm going to make sure that I have my thinking right. If you have your thinking right, everything is definitely going to be changing for you. And then we're able to identify with the 5 thought system that can guide you into making you to think differently in order for you to change your life. Thought number 1, we said that everything begins with the thought. Everything begins with your thought. So the thought is where everything begins. Like it often used to be said that we become what we think about. What is it that you are thinking about? You know, life consists of what man is thinking about. Everything that has made life happen it consists of what men, people, great minds, you and I, people that have been ahead of us, what they have been, you know, what they have conceived in their mind, that they have, you know, they've put into, manifestation that we are all seeing right now. So everything that talks about innovation, development, technology, it is consists of what man is constantly, daily thinking about. The question is, what are you thinking about? Knowing that our thought is the originator of what has happened to us. So what kind of thought are you conceding to yourself? If you concede the thought of defeat, certainly you will never achieve any success. But if you concede the thought of, you know, scaling through, breakthrough, you will definitely be breaking through. So we also talk about the thought number 2, you know, and we said in the thought number 2, what we think determines who we are, and who we are definitely determines what we do. Fantastic. What we think determines who we are, and who we are determines what we do. What is it that you're thinking about? You become what you think about. You become what you think about. Thoughts are things. And in order for you to change the things that you don't want in your life, whether you don't like the kind of money you see in your bank account, you don't like the kind of family or what is happening in your family, the outcome of your family, you know, maybe you're not too set. You don't just like the things around you, the association of friends, the kind of job you do, the kind of health that is, you know, you have at the moment. You know, you have to start thinking differently. Thoughts are things. In order for you to change the things you don't want in your life, start to change your thought. We consider the thought of setting up this amazing mastermind class, and guess what we are, or how far we have gone over a year right now. We keep pushing and we keep thinking of how to improve every single day. And when we say thought are things, there are 3 processes embedded in this step number 2 or thought number 2. The first of it is the thinking. You got to be able to think. Is the first of the process. The second of the process is becoming. Who you have now become, who you are becoming is very important. And the third process, ladies and gentlemen, it is the doing. What is it that you are doing at the moment that will help you to put your things right, that will help you to determine who you are and what you will become? All right. So thought number 3, like, we are also talking about it. Thought number 3 that we talk about it, we said our thought determines our destiny, and our destiny certainly determines our legacy. We all hope to have a better legacy for our children, our children's children, or people around us. Some of us, we say, when we are no more, what kind of legacy am I leaving behind? What will people say about me? So your thought determines your destiny. You have to own your destiny to yourself. Own your destiny and say, I am responsible for me. And more importantly, I want you to know that every human can achieve the most remarkable no matter what. What is it that you are doing at the moment? What is it that you think that when you are no more, people are going to say about you? Can you imagine in this mastermind class, even if the class maybe after which one has come to that age and one has gone to be with the Lord, in heaven, what happened is that it is the impact. People will start talking about it. People will start thinking of the effect of this class in their life. Can you imagine the life of this late speaker or motivational speaker, Ubon King? The legacy of Ubon King still lives on. It's no more, but people still talk about him. People see his video. People get to look at what he has done. My mentor, my great, mentor of many mentors, Jim Rohn, people talk about him. I never knew Jim Rohn. I call him my own mentor because I got impacted via his videos, via his tapes, his books, his teachings. I got impacted and my life changed literally for good. The question is, our thought determines our destiny, and our destiny determines our legacy. And we also said that you are today where your thought has brought you. Wherever you are today, it is as a result of your thinking. No matter what, no reason why, Shakespeare once said, he said, whatever thing that is good or bad, it is our thinking that has made it so. Can you imagine that? Could you take a second and ponder over that? Whatever thing that is good or bad, it is your thinking that has made it so. It means that what you experience in your life right now, I'm not talking about those spiritual forces. I'm not talking about those, African, remote control. I know they are there, but if you concede to the thought that those things are there and they are in full dominance or control of your life, I'm telling you guys, you will never experience anything great, good in your life, because you're going to be thinking every single day that I am being controlled by some certain person we call the village people. All right. So whatever thing that is good or bad, it is the thinking that has made it so. Maybe you're looking at your bank account. Maybe you're seeing that the kind of money that you're seeing there is not what you like or what you want to do. It is the way you have think. It is the way your thought has brought you. It is where your thoughts end. So why not start to tell yourself, I will make that difference. I will begin to spark the difference. I'll begin to look at it and think of it in a different way in order for me to have a different lifestyle, in order for me to start seeing what I want in my own bank account. And let's get straight into number 4. And then, we've talked about all these things, during the course of the week. We just, paraphrasing on it, in order for people to be able to know. And the number 4, we say people who go to the top think differently than others. Can you imagine that? Is it true? Is it not true? People who goes to the top think differently than others. Now, and that is the truth. Because if you look at it, 99, information is fast spreading, and people that are taking advantage of this information are people that think differently. They think ahead of other people. That is why they are always at the top. They are not thinking about now. They think differently. No wonder they said successful people, they wake up early enough than other people. Some people will still be sleeping, while most successful people wake up early in the morning and they go back to bed, late in the night in order for them to be, they do things extra than others. And that's what we talk about, the law of extraordinary activity. You see, there is power in extra effort. And like I said, success is not just something that you think about. It is a progressive realization of a worthy idea. Now, you might want to write this thing down. Success is doing ordinary things in an extraordinary way. Just like everything that you do, everybody is doing the same thing. Why not do it the extraordinary way? Because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is just the extra. Putting a little bit effort into what you do. Push it more. Don't quit. Whatever you have started, make sure you give it everything that you've got into everything that you do. So I talk about the power of extraordinary performance and demanding of yourself excellence in result. You see, in order for you to achieve the extraordinary, you must be able to do the extraordinary. And that's what set most people that think differently. That is why they are always at the top. So I encourage you to always think differently. I encourage you to always look at yourself that I want to be at the top, and whatever it takes for me to be at the top, then I can't think in this different way. I can't think in this way in order for me to get to the top. So I need to think possibility. I need to think that it is done. I need to think that it's doable, and guess what? It is done. So because there is no limit, to any achievement than thinking. So you need to know that in order for me to get there, to achieve this extraordinary milestone, I have to think differently. So we also talk about two kinds of people, ladies and gentlemen. We talk about two kinds of people. There are people who think in limitation, and there are people who think in creativity. Those that, they are still below are people that think in limitation. They put a lid over their destiny. They put a cap over their life that they can't think. If they want to do anything, they say, man, I'm tired. This is my best. I don't want to push beyond. Now, can you imagine those that are thinking creativity? Remember what we said earlier, that life consists of what men are constantly thinking about. It means that people that are thinking about something are people that want to redefine gravity. They want to take it beyond. They don't just want to stay. Remember, we have electricity. Remember, some people right now, we have vehicles. Let me use the example of vehicle. Now, vehicles are run, they are being, they are running on, gasoline, fuel. People right now, imagine Tesla is putting up electricity, and that is why you can see he invented it. What happened to Tesla is that he became one of the richest person in the entire world. That is Elon Musk. So you see, they are thinking differently. So they are thinking creativity. So what is it that are you thinking? What is it that you are doing right now, and every other person is involved in it, and you say, no, I'm going to go beyond this. I'm going to do something different than what others are doing. So start thinking in creativity so that you can be among the people that are at the top. So because your thinking is the seed of what you become and you do. And I also want to note that all changes have to begin with your thinking. So let's jump straight to the number 5, and then we'll talk about the 7 levels of changes that you experience as we wrap up this particular teaching series. You say we can, change the way we think. Do you believe that you can change the way you think? If yes, I want you to know that you choose what you think upon every single day. If you think upon, things that are wrong, if you think so, or upon something that is not right, what happens is that you're going to be in the line of a failure. If you think upon something that is not going to work, that is closed, guess what happens? Nothing else is going to open for you. But if you think upon something that is more positive, something that is more solid, that I will achieve this thing, what happens is that you will be certainly successful. So think upon the things that you want to become. And guess what? When you think upon the things you want to become, you start achieving, or you start, attracting success into your life. Because the law of attraction states something. And I want you to write this thing down. The law of attraction states that whatever you want, you said, He said, be ye that it will come to pass because of your what? Because of your own self-fulfilling prophecy. So there is a self-fulfilling prophecy in the lives of every man. So start thinking in the right mind. Start thinking what you want. Don't let the wrong thing dominate your thought. Don't let evil things dominate your thought, because even the Bible said, as a man thinketh, so he is. All right. So let's start thinking differently so that we can become somebody different. And I said the number one things to do is that it is only our feelings that can make it happen. So start working on your feelings, because your feeling keeps us from making personal changes in our life. And we discuss about major and the minor promises. And I say, what is major promises? You can control your thoughts. The truth is that everybody can control our thought. Somebody say, maybe you are fighting, somebody just annoy you, somebody just step on your life and say, I'm just going to beat him, I'm going to this, and everybody say, stop. You don't want to stop. Let me tell you, you can control yourself. You see, if you are able to learn to control yourself, you in fact, somebody said, somebody once said, he said, for every temptation that I escaped through, he said, I am one step closer to my victory. I am one step closer to my glory. I am one step closer to my breakthrough in life. For every temptation that you cross. So for every level of thought that is wrong, that you are just scaled through, I want to let you know that you are one step closer to your success, your breakthrough. So don't let your thoughts control you. You have to be in control of your feelings, your thoughts, and it is very important. So the minor promise is that your feelings comes from your thoughts, which you definitely have to know. So let's quickly jump into today's teaching. I'm going to wrap it up very quickly because it is a wonderful teaching series that we begin, and I want you to write this down. So please take note that we have 7 levels of change. Remember, our teaching series said you got to be able to think differently in order for you to live or to live a better lifestyle or to enjoy the best of life. So, level number 1, ladies and gentlemen, I said you got to be able to think the big picture. You got to be able to think the big picture. What is in the big picture? Or how do we mean by think the big picture? It means that you need to see beyond where you are at the moment. Please. Very important. If you haven't been taking this thing very seriously, take it seriously from now. You got to be able to see beyond where you are. See beyond where you are. You see, where you are does not determine where you are going. Many people, they say my environment. Some people are, they have allowed their environment they've been consumed by the kind of environment they have. You can be living in Ajegunle, and then you are living in your own Lekki or Banana Island or Magodo. That is the way it is. So it doesn't matter where you are at the moment. It is who you want to become and where you want to be. So create your own kind of environment and see beyond yourself. Now, the second one is that you need to think focus. You have to be focused different. You must remove distraction away from your life. Remove distraction away. Distraction, is something that is there. And distraction only distracts you from the the kind of glory that God has predestined for you and your for you and your life. All right. So the third one is that we say think creatively. Think creatively. Think creatively. What does it take to think creatively? It means that there is no limitation. We've talked about that earlier. You have to think creatively. There is no limitation. And I said earlier, there are 2 kinds of people. Those who think in limitation and those who think in what? Creativity. So you must be able to think creatively, and then you must be able to also think realistically. It means that is the basic, the foundation for the kind of change you will definitely experience in this year before the year runs out. It's not over until you conclude on yourself that it is over, that there is nothing again in this year for you. So I also say think strategically. You must be able to have a plan for the kind of change that you want to experience. Have a plan of what you want to do. Don't just say, because I'm thinking, and then my thinking will take me to where I want to be. Have a plan. Have a structure for yourself. Knows that if I start this thing, what is it that you are doing that your plan is going to take you into it, all right? So then you also have to think possibility. You must know that there is always the best, that you always receiving the best in whatever thing you are doing. know that the best is what is designed and reserved for you. As a children of God, knows that the best is what God has reserved for you. So don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. Tell yourself, I can do it. Remember, I said humans can do the most remarkable things no matter what. So start thinking of possibilities that it is happening for me. When others are talking, casting down, what am I celebrating? Lifting up, all right? Is very, very important. Remember also in the word of God, in the book of Psalms, he said, you know, the path of the righteous is like a shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. And the last one, ladies and gentlemen, is that you must be able to think reflectively. You must be able to, you know, reflect, have a reflection over the things that you have done. That's what I call true respect. True respect is that when you go through everything that has happened around you, you must be able to think through, all right? Maybe the activity of the day when you get home, you have to look at it, maybe at a quiet time. I encourage you to have like 15 minutes, you know, reflection over what has happened, the activities of the day. What is it that I don't do right? What is it that I hope to achieve that it didn't work for me? Have a reflection over the week, over the month. If you didn't achieve your goal, what are the things that I need to put in place in order for me to achieve my goal? In conclusion, I said, not but, you know, no one, the number one common enemy, the number one common element of change is nothing but thinking. So you have to be able to think right in order for you to what? Achieve right. And I hope I'm able to get you the right message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you're able to get the best of value for being in this class this morning. Like I said, we are just gravitating into our momentum period. And I hope that when you join us every day in this amazing mastermind mentorship class, we will help you to ensure with the strategies, techniques in place so that you can start to mastermind the best of your life. And we're also going to be giving you the action plan that you also need to be able to take dominant of your life and then eventually become unstoppable. All right, this is where we draw it to close, and I hope you've got value for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your friend, your success partner, Dr. Afolabi OLATUNJI. We are just getting started. We are putting together amazing mastermind class, which is going to be on site. We call it a physical event. First time ever, we are planning that. It's going to be happening in Lagos next month, and we're going to be showing you details more on our website that is about to be ready. The website is not ready yet, but you can go to www.afolabiolatunji.com so that you can learn more. I don't know if you can have access to the website at the moment, but pretty soon you're going to see what we are putting together, the great content, and then the great event we're putting together. A lot is coming up, and then we can't wait to have you to be our special guest. We have some of our people that are, you know, integral part of our amazing mastermind class. They have been there from day one, and we are planning together, and we are setting up the committee, and then we'll be kicking off, and you get more details. All right. I hope you got value for being an amazing class this morning. Tomorrow is going to be our review class on how on the things that we have talked about so far so good, so that every member can also get to share their own contribution and their own take, and now the teaching series has been of huge impact to them. Ladies and gentlemen, superstars this morning, I hope you got value for your time. I see you the same time, same link tomorrow on our review class. If you care to share your own part of it, that's where we open it up for everyone to have their own contribution. It's your friend, your success partner, Dr. Afolabi OLATUNJI. Remember, as you go about your day, I encourage you not just to count the day, but to what? Always make the day count. Take care.
Shalom.
Bye, and God bless you.
Amen.